Hey y'all, how you doing today? This is Nancy at the Barefoot Backyard. It is dry, dry, dry here. We still got some pumpkin hanging out for the chickens to play with out there, and they ate a whole pumpkin yesterday, and then some, because they still got fed and everything. Got some shells there I gotta bust up for them. But yeah, man, it's so dry. Can y'all tell how dry it is? It's like Dust Bowl dry here in wonderful, rainy Central Florida. Yeah. Today, I got some peaches cut up in there. There's some grapefruit pieces and stuff like that. We're going to go out here and give this to the chickens. Yes, we are. Oh, these chickens are so awesome. Those two roosters right there are the best ever roosters, really. I've never had two better roosters. They're incredibly awesome. So yeah, we're going to go out here and give this to them. I shot a bunch of video yesterday. Of course, I cut my head off and everything because I have to do all of this myself while working and all that stuff. So, man, look at how dust is never sitting on them. I've never seen it this dry. Not ever. It's not normal. Even the water. These waters usually last like 5 days and stay clean and everything, and no, that's just not the case. Hi, Big Pretty, you handsome, handsome guy. Yes, you are. Hey, Red. Oh, there's that handsome Rhode Island Red. Yes, it is. I'm going to chuck this over there in their sandy thing, and hopefully most of it will make it. There we go. They actually like it better on the ground. Most of them do. There's like 5 or 6 of them that like to eat out of the tub or the feeders. The rest of them like to scratch. And they'll end up taking it off where they want to and scratching around and stuff. And the sand actually is grit for them. It helps their crawls work properly and all that good stuff. Look how patient he is. He always waits for the girls to eat, as does Red. Red is always the last one to eat. And Big Pretty's bullies him just a little bit. He's not mean to him or anything, but he does run him off and stuff. So the girls love Red so much. That's why he's still here and not 2 of these guys, because the girls really, really love him. He is sweet and gentle with them, always makes sure they eat first, so they carry him off food for him to eat. And Big Pretty, he's not mean at all. He's the sweetest guy. But he's just a rooster, and he does rooster things, and he is the big dominant guy. So he runs Red away from the food when they get fed. So I feed them in multiple spots all the time. I am so shocked at how dry it is here. Even the squirrels are having a hard time. I mean, I put corn in the feed for the squirrels because the chickens don't like it. I know, girls. Go over there and get you some peaches. I know. Go get you some peaches. They're very, very good. They cleaned out that one piece of pumpkin over there. That one over there is still hanging, but I can see light coming through some spots, so they've been eating it. But I'm going to start hanging them up some food, and I'm going to hang it a little higher so they do jump and play, because they like to do that. So I'm going to keep them some toy food out too. I'm just stunned at how dry it is. And I have watered this every day. I have watered this, and it just dries back out immediately. Yet, it's not humid. I don't even know how to describe it. It's not natural, is all I can say about it. It is not natural. I've lived within this 10-mile radius of where I'm at my entire life since I was 4. We came over here in 1974, and I've lived within a 10-mile radius since then. And I've lived within a 5-mile radius since 77. So, yeah. It's not like I don't know my area or that I've not paid attention or anything. I absolutely have. But this dryness is insanity. I've never seen it like this. Been a lot of weird shit going on lately. I wish people would stand up. The people. The people. We the people. Y'all, it's so easy to have some backyard chickens, and just for 2 people, 3 chickens will provide you more eggs than you can eat. For a family of 4, 6 chickens will provide you more eggs than you'll need. You'll end up giving a dozen away here and there. But seriously, these chickens are incredible. They get to go out into the rest of the yard. Not every single day, but most days. And they get to come out here in free range, and you can see where they pick and peck at this stuff, and that's fine. I've let them into the garden since I stopped really paying attention, because it's the weather's cooling off now, so I have a lot of shop stuff that I have to get done. But you can see that they've gotten in there, and they really did a really good job, because it was past my knees and it was thick, and they did this in just a couple of hours. Just like 3 or 4 or 5 at the most were in there at one time. And you can see that they picked at the pepper plants pretty good. Oh shit, look at that. I have a giant bell pepper in there that's yellow. Y'all look at that. I haven't even been working out here at all, as you can easily tell. But look at these pepper plants. Look at the stalks on that. Y'all see that right there? It's actually bigger than my finger. It's a little pepper right there they got a hold of. I'm gonna give that to them. But yeah, they came in here and they did a smashingly good job. And these pepper plants will probably be just fine through the winter and will still be growing. And these were actually my spicy peppers, and they never really put out much. Or they were sweet peppers, not bell peppers. The bell peppers did phenomenal. But I'll let them come in today, and I'm gonna wet everything before I let them out. I'm gonna put a couple sprinklers out. But yeah, y'all, man, it's time we got a hold of this food system and stop this centralization of everything, because there's something going on with the weather that's not natural. We all know what's happening. You can say that, oh, that couldn't be, but it is. It can, and it is. So y'all keep in mind that the less dependent you are on them, the less damage they can do to your life. So this place might look like a wreck to some people, and it is. It looks like a wreck to me. But you know, almost 11 years ago, I got smashed beyond belief, and it took me a long time to recover to the point where I am now, which is not in perfect condition. Not by any stretch of the imagination. But I do what I do here, and I work my ass off to. This place got so far away from me, it just got clustered up, and you know, it gets away from you and it takes time. This right here, I'm going to take the top that was bolted onto those right there, and I'm going to raise the floor up so that the floor is the roof. And I'm going to have a nice feed room and hay room with that, and I'm going to put it over there. There's a lot of stuff that I'm getting done when I get some help and stuff like that. I can't video everything I wish I could. I do my best to, but when you have technical difficulties with cameras failing and stuff like that, you know, there's nothing I can do about that. And I don't have a team of people to help me film and edit and all that stuff, and that stuff consumes so much time. So I just try to shoot my videos to the best of my ability, just I upload them most of the time naked because I can't title them and everything because of the devices that I'm using. I use older devices because they're far better cameras and far better at everything except the space inside them. And the one I'm on right now gives me a hard time with the internal memory being full, even though I've stripped out all the apps and stuff like that. So I'm going to reload different software into them, and they will be super good functioning devices then. But all this stuff is getting worked on, everything here. These are loofahs that were propagated themselves with one that was laying on the ground. I mean, everything around here is here to be used on our house. Our house was, I cannot express to you what kind of horrible shape this was. This now has 6-inch thick walls all the way around it, and it's double insulated. So it's essentially like a cooler inside that room, but none of the interior's finished. I had to deal with so many structural issues. There was, in fact, those roof panels there were the roof on this, and when I had the guys do the roof, Adam Nettles, shout out to you, bro. You did a fantastic job with what you had to work with, and you were the only person that would do it, and you gave me the best price, and you did a great job. They did all of this. I built this when I added this roof on. I had some helper come help me with that. But this entire roof was leaking in so many places. Water sheeted down on the walls. The walls were disintegrated. No company would come in and do the roof, even though they all agreed the roof had to be done first, and then the walls in sections. So I've had to do the entire exterior of this house from a wheelchair. Keep in mind, from a wheelchair. This house got rebuilt with, like I said, a lot of places got rebuilt with 2x6s instead of 2x4 walls. You sacrifice a couple inches of space, but the insulation and the structural integrity it gives you is far superior, so that's what I go for. I try to overbuild everything, and you know, that's how it is. The interior is what we're focusing on now, and getting all the stuff that we have. Like this is to go over the windows on the south side of the house because the sun beats into them so hard, you know, and it looks like a piece of junk sitting out there, but that's a perfectly great awning, and I wish that I had one of these for every window area because those are fantastic, and they're also storm shutters. So stuff like that. And I ended up with all these pipes and stuff, and I've done all kinds of things. I make waterers and feeders for animals. I've made all kinds of different types of feeders out of them too. They work great as strawberry planters. There's so many things I've done with them, you know, and all of this stuff doesn't just happen on its own, and it takes physical labor to get it done. So I'm working on it best I can, and still want to take really good care of my chickens because they give me amazing eggs, which is the greatest source of protein, frankly, that I think you can even get, is a good, clean, happy chicken egg that from chickens, because they're omnivores, from chickens that have been fed meat and vegetables, and they get to eat grasses and plants and all the things that they love so very much, and they get to run around and play and be happy. These guys run around and play and be happy all the time. They get their little dust baths, which right now I guess is super easy to do. But pulling in your food system closer and closer to you, closer to your area, dealing with people in your area, real people that you can walk up to and say, hey man, how you doing? Look them in the eye, talk to them, not through one of these things, not texting. And people don't even want to make a phone call anymore, man. You can't hear the inflection in someone's voice. You're reading text. You have no idea what these people are thinking when you communicate like that. Get back to going around and talking to people face to face and meeting the people in your community, and quit worrying about what your differences are. Quit worrying about how much money someone has. Quit worrying about all these stupid things that everyone is so close to finding out how unimportant that shit actually is. Just, man, grow some stuff. If you like to bathe with a loofah sponge or use all natural items in your house, guess what? I grew, I don't know, probably 15 loofahs. This is the first time I've been successful at it. Look at these things. They're still growing. I have several in the house. Several. This one's almost ready to pick. You can see how heavy and how much it's strained the vine right there. I have giant ones up there. That one plant, this one right here, I could probably bathe myself for 3 years off of those, because when if you clean something when you're done using it and you use it properly, it doesn't go bad. There's so much waste that goes on, especially in this country, but in the entire world. So much waste. People think, oh, this looks like a bunch of shit here. You know what? That's some of the best cooking wood right there. That mixed with oak. This is that sweet gum. Right there, these sweet gum trees right here. And I want to take this one down because I don't particularly like these trees. However, I have found that they're actually pretty damn incredible. The wood from them is really amazing. And mixed with oak or just used by itself, that is some incredible cooking wood. Out here is going to be my outdoor kitchen. I have a $6,800 stove that I'm going to be putting out here that's got a gas cooktop and electric oven. The old AC power right there is going to run my it's going to run my stove, the oven part of it, and the rest of it is going to be methane, not propane. And that's going to come from my septic tanks. And there's so many ways that homes can power themselves, and we can reduce the amount of energy we need if we stop using those energy saver appliances, because they all use power constantly. If you see that little star, I don't buy them. I don't buy anything with those stars if I can help it, because it's all part of this little rigged system that I find it to be abhorrent. I think it's disgusting. And we have definitely allowed the wrong people to be in power. The people, as in we the people, are not in power. And we should be. This is our country, our government, our natural rights. Natural rights. That lovely document that people either really love or really hate is there to protect our natural rights from the very people that we've allowed to be in power right now. So, the only way to fix it is in our communities, talking to each other, meeting each other, understanding that we all have a lot more in common with each other than with any of those people that truly wish to rule over us. And we've allowed them to do so. So, get a grip on some stuff around you. Get a grip. All this grass and stuff, and bugs and little critters that are supposed to be here. There's not been any poison put on this land in 13 years, going on 14 years. I won't allow it. I would shoot anyone that wishes to put poison on my property. Looky there, another bell pepper. Like I said, I didn't even know these were putting anything out. Look at these okra right here. You see this stalk that this okra plant grew back up out of after I cut it down? And look how dry that soil is right there. There's still some moisture under it. But look, you see those okra? I planted this early spring. Early spring. Look, there's another little bell pepper. Planted these early spring. And these right here are still super tender and completely edible. They're not woody at all. This thing got 12 feet tall. I'm not joking. I've got it on video, y'all. 12 feet tall total. And still decided it wasn't done even after I cut it down. You see, I just whacked it off there, clipped all the pieces. It shot these out and still growing. All these pepper plants, look at these stalks. Y'all ever seen pepper plants like that? That's what happens when you let them grow and let them naturally grow. Look at this dude over here. Oh, there's another bell pepper. Look at that, and it's still flowering. Look at that, y'all. I've had pepper plants. I had habanero plants and some sweet pepper plants that I planted from Publix peppers. And they lived, I'm actually going to snap that off and give it to them. They lived for over 4 years, and I actually had to dump the flower pots they were in. Y'all see those stalks? Y'all see these plants? Yeah. These trees were taken out of somebody else's yard for they had been poisoned for years, and they just wouldn't grow when they planted them. It just killed them. I brought them over here and let them lay out in the front yard, and the weeds detoxified them. And then I brought them back here and planted them after they'd sit out through the winter. And yeah, it's crazy. Look here, this one's ready to pick too, I think, almost. Okay, I'm gonna let it hang on the vine. Yeah, look at these loofahs, man. These took absolutely no effort for me other than me sticking a seed in the ground, and every once in a while I would water them. You see them scraggly little stems coming up out of the ground? These are the loofahs. And I've got some birdhouse gourds out front. Look, it's still making new fruit. See all the aphid and ant action? It did it the whole time. The ants love these things. I don't know why, but they do. And they look like they're gonna kill them, and they don't. They're just fantastic. You can see this one was stuck in the things. I didn't even know it was there. I didn't know that one had grown. I mean, this is for my grapevines. It just snuck over here from these two plants. Snuck all the way over here. Nature is incredible. It's absolutely incredible. I gotta go, y'all. You have a fantastic day. Much love to everybody. And grow what you love, and you will love what grows. And that applies in all areas of your life.